I'm here today because it's Halloween on Tiger News. That's awesome. The last time this has happened was 2019. And oh boy, that was a long time ago. But I think now I want to learn more about Halloween. I want to know the history of it, and who better to ask than the history teachers here at Farmington High School. Here's Mr. Graff with more.
Well, I'll be honest, I probably knew the origins of it before, but I kind of forget exactly what it is. But one thing I'd say that the history of it, from what I think of, is probably the commercialization of it. You know, probably since like World War II, I'm guessing, we've seen a growth of the, how much candy's being bought and costumes and stuff. But I'd say recently the history of it is if you can make a buck in America, we will. You know, if some is good, more is better. So I'd say it's become much more commercialized recently, even though that's not helping with the actual origins of it.
Wow, thank you, Mr. Graff. Very well informed now about the commercialization of Halloween, but I think I want to learn more about kind of outside of the United States. Where did this all start? I'm gonna go ask Mr. Smith. Let's see what he thinks.
The history of Halloween, I do know that it goes back to kind of like a pagan holiday in Europe, where individuals kind of seeing the end of fall, end of the harvest season, into kind of a dead time of winter. It started to become a holiday as the Romans, it's always the Romans, started to invade into these European nations where this pagan holiday of kind of winter season was setting in. These Europeans started to immigrate into the United States. They brought with them their traditions of Halloween, where there's ghosts and goblins, and the world of the living and the world of the dead were as close as possible.
I mean, where even am I? Anyway, thank you, Mr. Smith, for giving us that rich European knowledge, but I don't know. I think there could be a little more added onto that. Like, take some like little salt, sprinkle it on top. So, got one more teacher in mind. Hey, Miss Beckman, tell us more.
We kind of laugh in AP European history, which I teach, is that Halloween, incidentally, October 31st, 1517 was when you had the Protestant Reformation start officially, because Martin Luther put the 95 Thesis on the church door. And so I think it's interesting now that it suddenly is a holiday of evil, potentially, and whatnot. And is that perhaps the Catholic Church that made it evil? Maybe. Because the next day is All Saints' Day, which also has some connections to kind of pagan elements as well. So, spooky.
Oh boy. Oh, thank you all so much for watching, and thank you to all of the history teachers that I interviewed for giving us some of that rich, good historical knowledge on the history of Halloween. That is it for me. Not sure how I'm gonna get back. This isn't part of like the show or anything. I am legitimately lost. I've got no idea where I am. But anyways, we'll send it back to the desk.